Politicians are gearing up to increase security measures after a bomb exploded in New York over the weekend. But will more surveillance mean even more data to sift through, drowning out the real threats? Mike Baker is here. He's a former CIA officer and president of Diligence, LLC. He's joined by Trevor Thrall, senior fellow for the CATO Institute's Defense and Foreign Policy Department. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We're super Brady Bunch right now. We're all three in boxes. This is great. Baker, I'm going to start with you. Let's talk about the mechanics of this a little bit. How is this terror attack different from San Bernardino and Orlando to you?
Well, it's not. I mean, in a sense, from an investigative standpoint, from an operational standpoint, post-incident, there's not much new under the sun. So, if you're just looking at, okay, how does this differ? Well, they've got to go through the same investigative steps. That means the bomb techs and, forensic personnel doing what they do. You're
do you think
following
it's the same
up every
motivation,
lead.
Mike? Do you think it's
well,
the same motivation?
I'm always, one of those people that says we don't want to speculate. You got to let the investigation, play out where it's going to go, and then that tells you what the motivation is. I mean, this guy could be much like Omar Mateen down in Florida with the Orlando shooting. We don't know that yet, and it's wrong. We've already seen some of the officials trying to walk back their statements that it's not terrorism or it's not related to international terrorism. Let the investigation do its course.
All right, absolutely, and there's much to learn, and we could prove ourselves wrong by trying to glean too much too soon. I know that we don't have to sit through a gun lecture from the president today, and that's certainly different. So, Trevor, I want to talk to you a little bit about this because certainly future interventions will have an impact on future terrorism, but terrorism is already here. So what do we do about it now in this country?
I'm afraid we're doing pretty much all we can do right now. If you think about it, even if you wanted to increase surveillance, the question is, what would you do? I looked it up earlier today. There are 100,000 Afghan Americans living in the United States. To prevent the next attack by an Afghan American, are we going to start surveilling 100,000 people? There's really just not much we can do.
No, increasing the surveillance state, actually, I would argue, and I think the data backs this up, it makes us less safe. It gives us not only a false sense of security, but you go after too many people, and then there are others who just let their guard down. And I think that puts us on a very slippery slope. But